Basketball will never be as physical or violent as hockey or football, but sometimes things do get pretty rough. In this video, I'll be giving you 10 NBA players with the most ejections. What is up? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. If you're new here and you love everything NBA related, be sure to subscribe with those bell notifications on. Forget about his time playing for the Nets, Wizards, and Clippers. Paul Pierce is a Boston Celtics legend, playing 15 seasons for the Green and White, leading Beantown to an NBA championship in 2008 and picking up the Finals MVP award while he was at it. Pierce has 10 career ejections, including 2 in playoff games. In fact, only 2 players on this list you're about to hear have more postseason ejections, so that's saying something. Surprisingly, Pierce only picked up 115 technical fouls in his entire career, and only 8 flagrant fouls, which averages to about 5 per season. But in those moments where he showcased true rage over a bad call, he was sent to the showers early. Shaq was the most dominant big man in the NBA since the likes of Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain. At 7'1" and 325 pounds, there wasn't much opposing defenses could do to stop him. As a result, Shaq produced a legendary career that features 15 All-Star appearances, a regular season MVP in 2000, 4 NBA championships, and 3 Finals MVP awards. However, despite being such a successful player, Shaq had a total of 10 ejections in his entire career. Stephen Jackson took the extra long route to the NBA. Despite being drafted by the Suns in 1997, he couldn't earn a spot on their roster. As a result, he played in the Continental Basketball Association and other foreign leagues until the year 2000, suiting up for teams like the La Crosse Bobcats, the Sydney Kings, Marianos de Oriente, the Fort Wayne Fury, and Pueblo Nuevo, and which I probably never pronounced any of those right. Yeah, I've never heard of them, so I don't know if I said them right. But Johnson was ejected from 11 total games in his career and picked up 135 technical fouls in the process. If you took a poll of NBA players, there's a good chance that they would all agree that nobody talked trash like Gary Payton. The man known as the Glove for his excellent shutdown defense would say anything to get under an opponent's skin and often balanced right on the edge of going over the line with his words. His 278 career technical fouls are a perfect example of that, as they are the third most in NBA history. But what's even worse is he was ejected from 11 games. The artist formerly known as Ron Artist before legally changing his name in 2011 was a pesky player made in the image of Dennis Rodman. He focused on defense and rebounding, got into other players' heads, and even won an NBA title with the Lakers in 2010. World Peace was thrown out of 11 career games, including 3 playoff games, which tied for the most postseason ejections of anyone on this list. Most of those ejections were a result of the 86 technical fouls or 24 flagrant fouls he earned himself over the years. We've arrived at Matt Barnes, the number 5 spot on this list, the man who drove almost 100 miles to throw fists with former teammate Derek Fisher, who was engaging in a budding romance with Barnes' ex-wife. Barnes was also deemed for 96 technical fouls and 32 flagrants in his 16-season career. To put the icing on the cake, he was also ejected from 12 games in his career as well. Reggie Miller is one of the greatest players in NBA history and one of the best sharpshooters the game has ever seen. He was deadly from beyond the three-point arc and had a knack for coming up with huge shots in key moments. He was a 5-time All-Star, had his number retired by the Indiana Pacers, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. Miller was never able to win an NBA title though, mostly thanks to Michael Jordan and the Bulls. But that didn't stop him from talking ungodly amounts of trash, which he had 175 technical fouls to prove it. Those technical fouls also tossed him out of 12 different games, although he was smart about it and never got ejected from a playoff game. Kenyon Martin had a consistent, if not spectacular, 15-season NBA career over 5 different teams. He was a reliable power forward, able to bring career averages of 12.3 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, and a couple assists or a blocked shot. However, he was a very physical player and often found himself in the thick of things during battles under the basket. Martin was ejected 12 times in his career to go along with 130 technical and 21 flagrant fouls. DeMarcus Cousins is the only player who could reasonably challenge for the #1 spot on this list. At such a young age, Cousins has already been tossed out of 13 games and compiled over 123 plus technical fouls. At this point, I think that the referees are just looking for reasons to toss him. He's never been tossed from a playoff game, however. When it comes to being ejected from NBA games, one man stands miles above everyone else, and that would be Rasheed Wallace. He is best remembered for being a part of the dysfunctional Portland Jail Blazers and also for picking up an NBA championship with the Detroit Pistons in 2004. His 29 career ejections, including 3 in the postseason, are the most of all time. Over 18 seasons in the NBA, Wallace picked up an amazing 373 technical fouls, including playoffs. If you made it this far in the video, guys, be sure to slap a like on it. Honestly, that really helps out a lot. It shows me that you guys enjoy the video. If you're new here as well, subscribe with bell notifications. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one.